Hello, and welcome everyone to another episode of Riz Talks. I'm your host, Riz, and it's a pleasure to have you join me because today's topic is going to make some people laugh, proud, some people uncomfortable, and ideally everyone a little wiser. Our motto remains unchanged. Think again. We don't swallow history whole, we chew it slowly, grasping the facts instead of the accepted truths. Today, truth is a victim, and we must protect it. Let's talk about how West shaped the modern world without pretending the West invented the universe, because it didn't. When it comes to global history, we've been given a highlight read instead of the full match. Who built the foundations of science, medicine, law, mathematics, philosophy, and culture before passports even existed? From antibiotics to algorithms, it is a complicated legacy. Today, we're asking a big question. What exactly has Western civilization given to the world? Was it science, democracy, medicine, and human rights? Or was it imperialism, slaves, and extremely confusing legal systems? The answer, inconveniently, is both. It's glorious, ugly, world changing, and still unfinished. Seats of higher learning, the universities originally started in Morocco and Alhambra, and we still follow the garbs and graduation ceremonies from that era. Initially based in Islamic institutions, education transitioned into Christian and other religions, which is evident in schools today. The basis of modern breakthroughs, as acknowledged by most scientists, lies in the work in the past by scientists from Egypt, the Incas, Mesopotamia, India, Polynesia, China, and others. Let's break it down. Paper, gunpowder, printing, porcelain, and compass studied in China. Algebra, surgery, hospitals, optics, clocks started in the Islamic world. Democracy, philosophy, geometry, Greece. Medicine and astronomy, the world. Written law and cities, Mesopotamia. Navigation and exploration, Polynesia. Mathematics and astronomy, the Mayas. We must give credit to the Arab Islamic Golden Age when it was the Dark Ages in Europe. They preserved and expanded Greek philosophy, Roman medicine, Indian mathematics, while inventing algebra, modern hospital, glass optics, chemistry as a science, pharmacology. Even Great Zimbabwe were constructing advanced stone architecture and trade systems without empires. Ancient Egypt built pyramids, so must have been good in geometry and engineering. Had writing systems and libraries at the time. Maya, Aztec, Incas from the Americas developed complex calendars, astronomy, and agriculture and engineering. However, in recent times, over 85% of modern scientific journals use Western academic frameworks. Western legal systems underpin governance structures in over 120 countries. More than 90% of modern medical interventions originated in European or North American research institutions. The Industrial Revolution raised average Western life expectancy from under 40 years in 1700s over 80 years today. Remarkable. So, is the most notable work in medicine? Now, surgeries have improved dramatically, infections are managed, anesthesia delivers pain free experiences. Thanks to germ theory, identifying bacteria and viruses, introduction of vaccines, discovering antibiotics, x rays, ultrasounds, MRIs, CT scans, organ transplants, chemotherapy, and much more. Western institutions built medical science into something systematic, like dedicated hospitals for various serious diseases. Science took humanity from evidence to diagnosis to medical treatment. No more leeches and bleeding required. Then again, there's the concept of democracy, law, and freedom based in Western law. Out of Europe came representative governments, separation of powers, due process, trial by jury, human rights, freedom of speech. Was it perfect? Is it perfect? No. But hopefully, we will continue to evolve as we are far from the destination. We need to progress on the basis that rulers are accountable and rights are inborn. Leadership is not permanent. It started in Mesopotamia, who invented the code of Hammurabi, contracts and civil rules. Then there is the sociological impact of the Western civilization in encouraging civic identity, allowing protests. Some of these thoughts were in Confucius era China: duty over dominance, harmony over hierarchy, and moral leadership. It all starts with education. The modern university system advancements with peer review, degrees, disciplines, the idea that education should be structured, verifiable, and public. Western capitalism has lifted billions out of poverty by education for everybody, created innovation, and led to industrialized civilization. But it also created inequality, monetized everything, and led to industrialized exploitation of human labor. Capitalism built skyscrapers and billionaires, the new royals of this age. This inequality is totally unfair and a blow to humanity. If the nearly 3,000 billionaires gave 10% away, we could end poverty tomorrow. Like the royals, this needs to end. The gap between rich and poor must be realistic and humane. Western civilization also exported their culture. The Western values and beliefs, though not necessarily the best, were shared through books, cinema, music, branding, and consumerism. This has reshaped identity globally. Buddhism, thousands of years ago, gave mindfulness, non-violence, and compassion as civilization principles. That was psychology before psychology. Western psychology introduced psychoanalysis, behavioral science, counseling culture, and mental health awareness. Human went from demons cause your sadness to therapists and medication. That's big. The question now is, where is Western civilization going next? After creating modern technology, systems, power structures, information economies, and multinational corporations, now it must wrestle with the digital addiction, AI ethics, identity politics, declining birth rates, and mental health crises. Western civilization taught the world how to think, and now can't decide what it believes. Remember, the civilization today was a global relay race. Global relay race, not a Western solo act. Africa's Ubuntu philosophy is very true today. I am because we are. The future won't be Western or Eastern. Civilization is a group project. It'll be human or non existent. No culture alone can survive climate collapse, nuclear power, artificial intelligence, and inequality. In summary, Western civilization gave the world science, medicine, law, democracy, education, psychology, technological acceleration, but also colonialism, exploitation, warfare, inequality, moral contradictions. We must contrive to build a new social model built on community, empathy, and dignity. It's emotional intelligence at a civilization scale. Thank you for joining today's episode of Race Talks. Are we living in a way that will leave the world better? Now is the time to act. Share the message, think again, challenge ideas, join the conversation, subscribe. This is Riz Talks. Be curious, be kind, and come back for more.